Hello and welcome. Now, before I start this video is going to be very different from what I usually post. But today I am going over the history of funny guys in Bear Alt. Now, first off, funny guy doesn't come from Bear Alt, but rather from another game called Arsenal. In Arsenal, there's a developer skin by Toad_85 called Funny Guy, and there are some photos of videos of it that you're seeing right now, but other than that, there's like not a lot of it. Basically, Fred, or Google Take, Shoker, whatever, his name's Fred, so that's what I'll be calling him. Fred found out about Funny Guy, and he liked it so much that sometime in like mid-2022, Fred made his own Funny Guy model. Now, a while later, Fred and Org, developer, they both did a 1v1 in Breaking Point. Fred ended up losing, but Org felt bad, so he gave him Funny Guy and Barrel as like a little personal thing. The skin was added in around late 2022, I believe. In the photo you're seeing right now, this is like the first sighting of Funny Guy, and it was a few days before 2023, so I assume it was just added around this time. Now, Funny Guy is basically an R15 character with no head, a blue torso with a face on it, dark blue arms, green hands, and green legs. Now, a while later in the Barrel Discord server, the first ever giveaway was hosted by Org on the 14th of January 2023. And the skin reward was called RGB Funny Guy, which is RGB Guy. 19 people joined this giveaway, and only 2 of them won. Despite RGB Guy's description stating that Fred made it, Org was actually the creator of RGB Guy. And basically, RGB Guy is Funny Guy, but his torso and his arms are RGB. His hands are green, and his legs are purple. Now, about a month later, on February 8th, Barrel got its first Valentine's event. This update was pretty cool. Probably. I wasn't there. But it added a new unique feature, that being a Valentine's chest. The Valentine's chest was a pink chest that would spawn randomly in the map. Also, a key would spawn randomly in the map, and if you got the key and opened the chest, you would randomly get a skin that was Valentine's themed. A little while later, on February 2nd, the Valentine's event ended, and the Valentine's chest was not really removed, but it was remade, and it was turned into the Hell Chest. It's the same premise, but it has a different look with different rewards. And inside of this chest were multiple skins. But a day after the Hell Chest was added, Org accidentally added Mean Guy into it. He wanted to add the skin, but it wasn't really finished, and he'd never added the model. And so that made it so it wasn't actually like a skin, but someone published the game so you could get it, and somehow some random dude fucking got this skin. So this dude just had a broken Mean Guy skin sitting in his inventory. But shortly after, the skin was fixed, and it was announced to be a 1 in 10,000 chance, which is still his rarity to his day, which is just absurd. There's another basic guy skin. It was just a red Funny Guy with a mad face. That's basically it. But this was the first ever Funny Guy skin that you could get in the game. A while later, on March 11th, another update came out releasing the Index. The Index is just a list of skins, and it shows which ones you have and don't have. Now, at the bottom of the Index, there was a percentage, and it showed the amount of, skins you had. And because of this, there were 3 skins that you could get for milestones in the Index. At 50%, you'd get the Goldify kill effect. At 75%, you would get the Sheriff Bear. And at 100%, you would get Golden Guy. A pure yellow Funny Guy with some black shoes, an awesome gold effect, and a different laugh sound effect, being the rake scream instead of the regular, Plants vs. Zombies laugh thing. Now, a bit later, on March 23rd, both Fred and I made the first reviewing Funny Guy skins video. It's still up, but it's horrible. Now, at the time, only these 4 skins that I just talked about existed. And apparently, Dini, the creator of Bear Alt, saw this video, and I guess he got a bit inspired to make his own guy, because a little bit later we got Mint Guy. Mint Guy was put into the Quiz Raiser, and the Quiz Raiser is basically a thing in the lobby that you could donate to. Each Quiz Raiser skin had a goal, and if you reached it, or if it reached the goal, and you donated to the Quiz Raiser, you would get the skin. Now, Mint Guy was in the Quiz Raiser, but he had a 7 million quids goal, which was basically impossible. And just a quick note here. Apparently, Mint Guy was in the coin chest for a while. I've never seen anything about that. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that now because I don't know if that's true or not. But anyways, Mint Guy wasn't available for long, and surprisingly we hit the goal, which was 100% because me and my friends kept begging Dini and Org to donate millions of quids. But you know, that's besides the point. Come on, we got the skin. That's all that matters. Now, out of all the guy skins, at the time, Mint Guy was definitely the most unique. He rides a hoverboard, he's got blue pants, a purplish color on his arms and torso, and he has big pink hair. He would also do the take the L dance whenever he would walk. Unfortunately, that's broken as of now, but you know, it worked at the time. Now, like I said before, it is March, and with March comes St. Patrick's Day updates. So on March 26th, we got the part 2 of the St. Patrick's event. The main thing we'll be talking about is the rainbow, and basically, in rounds with open maps, after a certain amount of time, a giant rainbow would just spawn in. If you climbed on the rainbow and went to the pot of gold in the middle of it, you would get one of 3 skins. 2 of these skins were very common, being around a 49.9% chance. But of course, there's always something absolutely ridiculous. Out of these 3 skins, the rarest one was Lucky Guy, a green funny guy with a leprechaun hat. Now, Lucky Guy was only available for a few days, so anyone would assume that Lucky Guy would be pretty easy to get, right? Well, fuck no, dude. Lucky Guy was a 1 in 13,337 chance, which is much more rare than Mean Guy. And Lucky Guy was limited. And the crazy part is, some dude actually got this skin legit. Some player named Radmer. He was the only dude to get it legit from the rainbow. Now, not too long later, April 1st comes around, of course. And with that brings an April Fool's update. This update was basically just a messed up lobby with some like map changes, so it wasn't anything crazy. But the most important map here is Cross Chaos, an old map that they brought back. If you use the promo code EPIC with 2 exclamation marks, then went into the Cross Chaos map, a giant door would open showing a color changing neon part. And if you touch this part, your screen would fade to white and you would get sent to a sub-place where you would have to go through a retro-themed obby. Once you got to the end of this obby, there would be an empty field with a baseball bat, and picking up this baseball bat would trigger the Thug Guy boss to begin. It was a simple, fun, and easy boss. Thug Guy only really had 2 attacks. He would shoot at you with an AK, and he would spawn mini Thug Guy minions with pistols, and yeah, all they did was shoot at you. But once you killed Thug Guy, another portal would open up, bringing you to another boss called Ennard. Now, Ennard at the time was a Bear Alt player that dedicated all of his time playing Bear Alt, opening the Hell Chest repeatedly and trying to get Mean Guy. Orc thought it would also be funny if he added Ennard to the game, so he added Ennard as the final boss in the Thug Guy quest. Also, Ennard did nothing but sit there and take the beating, so yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, and Thug Guy, well, he looks like a brown funny guy with blue shorts. He's got a gold chain on and a big blue hat. Now, I didn't mention this yet, but April Fool's 2023 was the first actual Bear Alt update to include 2 new funny guy skins instead of 1. The other new funny guy skin was Troll Guy. Troll Guy was a shop skin for 40,000, which made him one of the most expensive skins in the game, and he still currently is Yeah, one of the most expensive. He's a white and black funny guy with a troll mask on, a hot dog on his head with Moai's coming out, and that's it. It's random, but it's an April Fool's skin, so who cares? Now, I'm going to get this out the way really quick since it's unknown when this skin got released. But there's a developer skin called Sponge Guy. It's basically just a SpongeBob funny guy skin. There was no way of obtaining the skin for a while. And, yeah. With that out the way, let's continue. On April 8th, Barrel got an anniversary update. This update added a few things, but the main thing we'll be talking about is Party Guy. A dark blue funny guy with a party hat on. Party Guy was a second shop guy skin, and he was obtainable for 20,000 quids, which for a while was the average price floor for a guy skin in the shop. Even though this skin is Party Guy, its description says Anniversary Guy instead, which is pretty weird, but yeah. Now a bit later, on April 14th, we got an Easter event. Unfortunately, it was extremely lacking, just being a few new shop skins with a decorated lobby. Now, I'm gonna have to talk about a different game real quick, but it's related, so trust me. Sussus Mungus. Sussus Mungus was an old Among Us inspired joke game that Org and I made. It got deleted due to Among Us being in the original game name, but I brought it back up in a separate place, and Org fixed it up and put it as a game night on April 15th. We lied to people saying that they would get Sus Guy for playing, but then a day later, Sussus Mungus got an actual Easter event with new items, a themed lobby, and an egg hunt. Now, the reason why this relates to Funny Guy is because Org announced that if you collected all of the eggs and got the badge, you would be rewarded with Egg Guy and Barrel. This time around, it wasn't a joke, and the skin was real. Egg Guy was a magenta funny guy with an egg-shaped torso, making it unique, bunny ears, and an egg basket. He was only available for around 4 days, I believe, and the maps that had eggs were Battle Royale, that one map from Cool Killer, Haunted Mansion, Goofy Rooms, Crossroads, Drake's Beach House, Barnacle Jones, Basement, Sewers But Better, and Mira HQ. The two maps that people had a lot of trouble with were Goofy Rooms and Mira HQ. Mira HQ required the player to be an imposter to obtain because you had to get into an event, and Goofy Rooms was a 1 in 69 map, which made it pretty rare. Although a day after the event on April 17th, Goofy Rooms was made a 1 in 30 chance instead, and we added a little sound effect in the egg to let players know if they were near or not. But that wasn't even the main problem. The main problem was that the eggs did not spawn. So if you left or got disconnected or anything like that, you'd have to come back and collect all the eggs again. Other than that, the event was a buggy yet fun mess, and it only got 69 owners. The Redditors would love this. A while later, on the 5th of May, we got a Cinco de Mayo event. This event added a lot, and it made up for the lack of content during Easter. But if you walked into the map voting area, the first thing you'd notice is a funny guy NPC sitting there in the lobby. You could talk to him, and if you spoke to him, he'd go over how he lost all of his items, and he needs them back. The items were in Haunted Mansion, York's Resting Place, and Terronia. I think that's how you say that. Once you collected the 3 items and spoke to Funny Guy again, you would get awarded with Cinco de Guy. Cinco de Guy looked like this when it first came out. A yellow and orange guy skin with a missing hand, sombrero, a poncho, and a maraca. For some reason, the skin was extremely fast and just pretty buggy in general, and it just wasn't really good. So later on that same day, Org asked Fred to remake it, and a few hours later, we got the new Cinco de Guy. Some people complained that he had no poncho since that was one of the items he had to collect for the quest, but nothing was changed. Also in this update, we got something else Funny Guy related. Not a skin, but a gear. The Funny plush. In the Undead Coming Z map, there were a bunch of Funny Guy plushes and Mean Guy plushes. If you collected all the Funny Guy plushes, you'd get the badge. But if you collected a single Mean Guy plush, then all of the Funny Guy plushes would despawn and you'd have to wait for the next round to try and do the thing again. Now, almost 2 months later, we got a random update being called the mini update on June 30th. In this update, we got a new quiz raiser. The quiz raiser reward was, of course, Bling Guy, a randomly colored funny guy with no arms, Among Us shoes, shades, a chain, and golden top hat. The amount of quids needed was 900,000, and the quiz raiser eventually reached its goal. Everyone who donated got Bling Guy. On July 28th, we got a Dead Game update, which added Lucky Guys a quiz raiser skin, and added Golden Guy into the Hell Chest for a while. He was a 1 in 3,000 chance skin, which made him the second rarest skin in the Hell Chest. And the reason why this was done was probably because getting 100% the index was basically impossible. There were always skins in there that you just couldn't get, so I don't know why they were there, but they were. And I'm pretty sure a while later they nerfed it to around 95% instead, but I could be wrong, I'm not sure. I don't think anyone's gotten Golden Guy in months. Anyways, a while later on August 11th, we got a new shop guy skin. This one being Buff Guy. Buff Guy is just a regular funny guy, but with the superhero body package. He costed 20,000 like usual, and was in the shop for quite a long time, leading to a good amount of people getting it. Unfortunately, Barrel got quiet for a while after this, and for the rest of 2023, we got no new guy skins. Although in January, we got one new guy skin, which doesn't seem like a lot due to the severe lack of them, but all of the funny guy skins got remakes. Not all of them were essentially remakes, just the same skin put onto the new 2024 funny guy template, which was basically funny guy, but his limbs didn't collide together as much, and he was taller. Now for the new skin, we got a giant Christmas event, which is without a doubt Barrel's best update ever. There were 3 new currencies in the Christmas event. The main one we will be talking about is gifts. Gifts could be found around maps and collected, and they could only be spent in Mr. Jolly's gift exchange in the lobby. Now, gifts were pretty easy to get, and the most expensive gift skin was 200 gifts, and it was Peppermint Guy, a green, red, and white funny guy with a bow tie, antlers, and candy canes in his hand. The skin was originally going to be called Candy Cane Guy, but they changed this once the skin was actually added. Later on in 2024, on March 10th, we got another update with 2 new guy skins. Devil Guy was put into the Hell Chest, and was a 1 in 600 chance skin. Devil Guy is red, he has horns, and a staff. He also has a little aura beneath his feet. Team Guy was also added, and was a new coin chest reward, being a 1 in 750 chance. And finally, Buff Guy was also brought back into the shop. Fast forward to April, we got another April Fool's update. This April Fool's update was way better than the last one, but it was split into 3 updates, adding new content on each day. On the first day, we had some new content with a badge, but on the second day, April 2nd, the infamous badge Fish and Chips was added. Fish and Chips is a very controversial badge, and I'll tell you why. Now first, the Fish and Chips badge was easy, but very specific, so nobody really got it other than 10 people. When the badge first dropped, Org was in a call with Junior, Fred, and Flam. They knew about the badge, but did not know how to get it, and despite what people think, Org gave them no hints. They ended up finding it by themselves, and they spread it to some friends, leading it to only Org, Sant, Phoenix, Goop, Shrabs, Flam, Junior, Fred, Kenny, and I getting this badge. The reason why this badge is important is because he gave out Triangle Guy. Triangle Guy is a very basic guy skin. It's a green guy skin with a triangle-shaped torso and 1 eye. To get the badge, you had to vote for the Area 51 map. Bring the Funny Guy NPC to the corner of the map and push him off. Then go to the corner of the base plate underneath, and once the timer hit exactly 4 minutes, a badge part would appear underneath the map. If the Funny Guy NPC fell and touched it, for 5 seconds you would be able to fall onto the part and get the badge. The people who had the badge mostly trolled the community and gave false hints. Keep in mind, this was about an hour before the badge removal, so everyone was basically just like shit out of luck and had no clue what to do, since no hints were ever given out other than the fact that it was in Area 51. But anyways, that's enough talk about this badge. On to the next one. Now, 2 major updates later, on June 22nd, we got the first ramp-up update. Now, this didn't have a guy skin, but there were 2 new badges. these badges were Robot in 2009 Prime. The way you got them was by talking to an NPC guy named Treese. I don't think that's how you say it, but I don't know how the fuck you say his name, so I'm calling him Treese. Now, these quests were very simple. Basically, you just talked to Treese, collected a few things, and then came back to him. Treese is a funny guy, as you can see, although he's a bit off. Some of his colors are different, and his face has the default smile with a 3 underneath. And the back of him has an old Roblox logo. Now, shortly after, on the Ramp Up Part 2 update, we got one new guy skin in the shop, Super Guy. Super Guy was the first mythic guy skin, showing that funny guys were becoming more common. And he was a shop skin for 9,500. At this point, guy skins were becoming more available and easy to get, and from now on, most of them would be relatively cheap. Super Guy is a simple blue guy skin with a foam finger, a hat, and a sign on his back. On June 19th, there was a small little update that just added one skin, being Corb Guy. Since Sponge Guy was originally Corbin's personal skin, but it was given out to a few people, and Corbin wanted his own personal that nobody had besides him. So he got a few people to make Corb Guy, which is just a funny guy of his avatar. To reward these players, they all got Red Fred. Red Fred is basically the Red Robin of guy skins. It is a red guy skin with Fred's face on it, has fire around it, and it plays the Long Time instrumental by Playboi Carti, and his laugh is a Mr. Hand laugh, I think. Now, we have the greatest update for guy skins, at least. The Ramp Up Part 3. I haven't mentioned this yet, but for a while now, the Hell Chest worked completely different. You would complete puzzles to get Hell tokens, and once you got 4 of them, you could open the Hell Chest in the lobby. The old Hell Chest system was reused for the brand new Void Chest. How the Void Chest worked was whenever all 4 puzzles in a map were completed, everyone would get a key, and the chest would randomly spawn somewhere. If you went to it, you could open it and get a random skin. Now the thing about this chest is, every single reward, besides one of them, was a guy skin. The 3 basic skins that you could get in this chest were Moai Guy, Superfly Guy, and Team Bob. Now, the rare skins. Wizard Guy, which was a 1 in 50. MOG Guy, which was a 1 in 200. Chicken Guy, a skin that's been around for a while now and was pretty liked by the community, was finally added, but he was a 1 in 500 chance. Now for the really rare stuff. Mint Guy came back and was put into the chest and was a 1 in 1200. Treese became a skin and was a 1 in 2000. And now, Sponge Guy is no longer a dev skin. He was put into the chest for 1 in 7000. Now, for the final skin, Triangle Guy. He was brought back and was a 1 in 500,000 chance skin. Fun fact, Red Fred was originally going to be in the chest, but since Fred did not want it in, it didn't get, put in. Also, all of these chances have since been nerfed, although I'm not sure on what the exact chances are currently. So yeah, all of these chances are no longer accurate. These are old. A little while later, we got the 4th of July update. This update includes 3 new guy skins. Triangle Guy was replaced with Drummer Guy, which was a 1 in 600 chance, I believe. Also, no, nobody got Triangle Guy, which is not surprising. We also got Patriot Guy in the shop, which was a 4th of July skin. Costed only 7,000, and was a funny guy with some different colors, a hat on, and an American flag. We also got Rockstar Guy in the shop, a purple guy skin with shades and a guitar. He only costed 9,000, and he also played some music. The music sucks, but yeah. Also in this update, Team Guy was taken out of the coin chest and was replaced with a version of Omen Mall. After no update in August, in September we got the new Mega Update, which once again included 3 new guy skins. We got a brand new code, which was Chinatown in all caps, and would reward Chinese Guy, the greatest joke skin ever. The Void Chest was removed, and instead we got packs Packs were things you could open in the lobby. The Void Chest turned into the 2024 Void Pack. It costed $250 and had the same rewards, but this update added Rapper Guy. Rapper Guy is a rare skin, and I'm unsure on the chance of it, but I'm pretty sure it was around 1 in 800. It's since been nerfed, but yeah. We also got another pack, which costed only 200 quids. This pack was the Vintage Pack. Now, unlike the Void Pack, this pack had all Bears and Sams besides one guy skin, which was Business Guy. Now, I feel I should include this since these skins are technically in the game, but in 2024, we were meant to get a really big Halloween update, which got cancelled and turned into a way smaller one with not a lot of content. But left over from the cancelled event are two guy skins that have basically been turned into dev skins since they were never released. Vampire Guy and Candy Corn Guy. It is unsure how they would be obtained, but I think it would have been from the cancelled Halloween pack, but that isn't a fact. That's just what I think. There were also two other guy skins. They were going to be added but never were and aren't in the game, but I'll still bring them up. First is Retro Guy, or Rar Guy, I forgot what it's called. Org said that it is unknown how it would have been obtained. And for the other one, we've got Pumpkin Guy. This skin was going to be a reward from one of the 3 badges, but none of those badges ever came out, unfortunately, and they were used for other things. Now, as I am recording this on February 27th, we have made it to the most recent update, the Ultimate Update Part 1. First off, after almost 2 years, Troll Guy returned into the shop. His cost was the same, and he was only in the shop for around a week. We also got 2 new trees quests in the new maps, rooms, and Crazy Port. And lastly, we got a new quest badge. If you joined my game Bear Roleplay and completed a quest where you would collect an egg, then get a crowbar and teleport to the Bow household, you would then collect a chainsaw and multiple fruit to blend them into a shake. After placing down the chainsaw and a juice onto a table, Cool Killer would break the wall and you'd get this badge. This awarded the Cool Killer Guy skin, which is a reference to the classic Cool Killer game by Clone Trooper. Anyways, as for now, that is it for the history of funny guys in Barrel. This will probably become outdated by the time the next update drops, assuming it has a guy skin or something in it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, like and subscribe. Anyways, yeah, see ya.